So in this case, what we have here is 13, 16. All right, so here's the way this breaks down. You have total stockholders' equity. And that comes to 917,500. Of course, here's where it comes from. Less applicable to preferred shares. Less equity applicable to preferred shares. Okay, so you got the call price, and that's $15 times 10,000 shares. That comes to 150,000. Cumulative dividends. In this case, it's 0. Okay. So you add the two together, it comes to $150,000. That's equity applicable to common shares. Okay, subtract that, and it comes to 767,500. Okay. Actually, this will be preferred shares. Actually, and this is the common shares, so divide that by the 10,000 shares outstanding. It comes to, yeah, actually, let me back up here just a bit. Now, let's start, so this is to the common shares. So now, we have the book value, preferred, and that will be this number divided by the 10,000 shares. That comes to $15 per share. The book value common that will be this number divided by the number of shares outstanding, which is 55,000. That comes to 13. Okay. And again, it's just a place to start assessing how much is this business worth. Okay. Now, why don't you guys do number 2? There's 3 years dividends in arrears. And it'll be the same sort of format. Why don't I put this up here on the board? It'll be the same sort of format, except now what you're going to do is you're going to put in the 3 years dividends in arrears. And when you do that, it will just change the numbers correspondingly. So here's the total stockholders' equity. That's applicable to preferred shares, so the call price will still be there, but now you'll have 3 years of dividends. Okay. And in this case, 5% cumulative. And because it's cumulative, it'll be you have 3 years in arrears. Where did the roll end up? You guys back there? All right, who needs the roll? Julie, does anybody else? Here you are. I'm not sure we're moving in. We'll check the 13. Yeah, and then we'll talk to you guys to schedule, because what we'll do is. So it's a little bit of all. Chapter 13 is due Sunday. And we have a project due meeting. There's 2 days for oral presentation class. Then we have only the parts submitted. And we'll take those 2 days of the district and chapters 13 and 14. I think you guys are showing.
Yeah.
That's for the days.
Somebody will sign
They did it? Oh, okay. That's, who's the one that did it? Levi. You're here. Yeah. Let me sign. Levi, I'm going to sign in. He signed in the wrong spot. Sorry. So Levi got you signed in. Jennifer's not here. Chandra's not here. Scott? Not here. Christian's not here. All right. Here's the answer for that. I'm going to get this will be a post.
You start out with
All right.
17.5 minus the 150,000.
Yeah, so no, you do 7,000.
You look at the first one, the second one. Dividends is 15,000. And then you subtract 150,000 for the call price times. Disregard the first one.
Disregard the what?
Well, when figuring the second one, you can't look at the 767,500 from the first one.
No.
It
No,
doesn't play.
yeah.
It doesn't play well.
Because what happens in this thing is cumulative, so it's 5%, okay, so 5% times 100,000, and that's 1 year, but it's 3 years, so it comes to 15,000. Then the amount due the preferred, if those two added together, then the preferred from the total gives you what's left, gives you the common. So this 165 divided by the 10,000 shares outstanding gives you the preferred, and the 752,500 divided by the number of shares outstanding gives you the book value of the common. And those are just kind of starting points for negotiations. What's the business worth? Yeah, Mark?
Where is the $55,000 coming from?
Oh, actually, it's 5,500 shares, right?
55,000.
So here, and what it is if I understand your question correctly, this, the only 5,500 that I see is this one right here.
Yes.
So what it says is this is the dollar, so I hope I give you a good answer. This is what's applicable to the common shares, right? So you divide this by the 55,000, which is you're doing down here, and that gives you the amount per share.
Yes, but how
Oh, and it came from right here, it was a given.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you, and you guys never hesitate to ask, because I've never seen it when one person has a question. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Why is it the first one you don't multiply?
What's that?
Why is it by the first one you don't multiply 100,000 by 5%?
Because they didn't have any arrears.
Oh, so what happens in this thing is, here they had, on the last one, they have 3 years in arrears. And that came from right here. So what you're doing on this thing is you're saying that here's the total stockholders' equity, and you take out what's due the preferred first, what's left over goes to the common. And if it's cumulative, then they owe $5,000 every year. 3 years in arrear, 3 times 5,000. So in this case, it's 5% of the par value, right? And that's $5,000. 3 years in arrears, 3 times 5 is 15. All right, you guys doing good? All right, that should pretty much wrap up chapter 13. Why don't we take our 10-minute break and we'll get a nice head start on chapter 14. Chapter 14 is bonds. Did that sound like a good idea?
Sure.
All right, okay.
13 was
You
pretty
got a
crazy
little
too.
taken back there what I said, but yeah, no, this should cover chapter 13. Let's do chapter 14. Jesse, how you doing there? Is all that fitting together nice?